What is going on, Mad Spideyverse? Yeah, it's your boy Mad Spidey here. I'm up to it again. I bought some more cards. So I thought it's Friday morning over here in Australia, and I thought, yeah, why not? Let's do a box break. I'm actually having fun doing these. So yeah, I did buy a different set of cards this time. I bought the 2023 Marvel Flair hobby box, so not a blaster box, a hobby box. And yeah, they're I still don't remember boxes like when I was heavily into cards, obviously in my younger days. I remember them being like, you know, like this. They were huge. You used to get heaps of packs in it. So now, so what's this? This is what, 4 cards per pack, and I think I can't remember what it was. It was either 8 or 10 packs, I think, in the box. So but I did have a quick look at the previews, and I probably should have done a little bit more research, but very nice looking set of cards, very like art cards. That's what I like. I don't like these like movie type cards or series or like actual game version cards. I'd prefer like the art style cards, whether it's the old school, they have like stats and stuff on the back, or maybe a synopsis of the character or whatever. Like those are the sort of cards that I like. So I will check in with the chat. I see Matt is the only one here at the moment, if he's still here. Hey Matt, hope you're doing well, brother. I did, obviously, when I jumped into the chat on your stream this morning. It was like I just woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and just like, I'll see if anybody's live. So that's why I jumped into the chat. I didn't jump on the panel because people were sleeping. So on 90s Marvel's cousin. Ah, you bastard. Yeah, I want some of the older, like if anybody's like got any like older sealed boxes, I'd love to go through those because it's fun finding all these weird and awesome looking inserts. But if you're the completionist like me and you want to eventually try and get a set, like I just want base sets. Like it's obviously nice to have the extras, but a base set would be nice. But you're not guaranteed a base set in these. There's not enough cards in there. So I know with this set, it's 90 card base set. I did try and find a quick sort of thing. And I'll share this. Let's have a look. Share screen. So I did find this thing here. So let's have a look. So boasting original art, base set for 2000. Yeah, so total 90 cards. So limited parallels include High Noon Flair. So I'm assuming that says number /15. So I'm assuming that's every 15 packs. You may get one of them. Twilight Flair is 1 in 5, and Midnight Flair is 1 in 1. So you should get a Midnight Flair in every pack, along with artist autographs. So from there, makes plenty of room for inserts. Known as a pack list. The 60-card Flairium line features the talent of 7 top artists. So that's the Flairiums there. You got these weird, wacky-looking ones. So they can also be found as artist autographs and printing plates booklets. Interesting. Fans can collect rainbow foil designs across 40 cards in Solar Flare. Another rainbow foil line is however you say that, Canonical Blast with 100 notable events on display. Power Blast utilizes light effects card technology for the main inserts, short prints, and super short prints. So I'm assuming there'll be some sort of number system on the back of the cards. Canonical, Power Blast, and Soul Flare are treated as box hits. Of course, several different chase inserts are also in play. So evolution of characters. So Splintered Facade, the set has SP and SSP. So they look pretty cool. Opting for Chromium, Iridescent provides 30 cards with original art. Acetate Collectors, there's Acrylic Ether. What else we got? Carved with engraved plexiglass to highlight classic Marvel art. Look for manufactured relics in badge flare and pin flare. So it almost looks like it. I wonder if it's actually a badge or a pin. That'd be interesting. Yeah, so 4 cards per pack, 12 packs per box. So average hits is the Flairiums. Box hits is the Canonical, Power Blast, and Solar Flare. So this is a mock-up of images, not okay. So this must have been one like just upon release. So card artists, so Casey Parsons, I know. David Palumbo, I don't know. So a few of these names I know. Megan Hetrick, Simone Bianchi, that would be nice. Todd Nork, yeah, Tom Morgan, I know. So there's a few names that I know there. Oh, and that's just shops for those. So anyway, we'll get rid of that. Close that up. We'll check in with the chat as well. Yeah, I've obviously I'm assuming you're going to be going for a little while, Matt. I've got this to do, and then I got a couple of things to do, whatever like that. So if you're going for a while, like I'll try and drop on. So, Christina, the best mod in the house. Hope you're doing well. I'm glad you're here, Kev, because I know you know more about this shit than what I do. I'm just having fun doing it. What else we got? Well, boy, hope you're doing well, Brad. And I think I'm all caught up on the chat. Beautiful. Yeah, I like it when Kevin's here because Kevin knows more about this shit than I do. So anyway, let's add the second camera to the screen. Let's make them primary screen, make that big. It's a pity I can't make it a little. I could probably make it a little bit bigger, but you get the idea anyway. The lighting in here is not the greatest either. I should have got one of those stands with a light attached to it so I could focus down, but no, well, it is what it is. Let's get stuck into it. Obviously, safety first, kids. If any kids end up watching this, make sure you cut away from yourself. I'm a trained professional. Not. Maybe a little. Nice. All right. So that is the so even telling by the box art, you can tell these are going to be cool. So it's got the ratios and stuff of like how much per pack and all that sort of stuff and things like that. So we'll open it up. Oh, it's got another seal on it. All right. All right. Let's grab all these out. So there's the I might move my chair a little bit closer. So that's the pack art, which looks very cool. So it looks like you got Scarlet Witch, Shang-Chi, and Storm on there. They're all the same. Then obviously on the back, it'll just have your standard stuff of like, get this per pack, get this per pack. What's going on, Bubs? Adding a pole and facing it down will make it. Oh yeah! If you can turn anything into a gutter talk, Bubs, it's got to be you. All right. Let's get cracking. So they feel very thin. So I'm hoping they're still a good quality card, even though I saw the art was decent or really nice, actually, in some cases. I'm hoping they're at least a good quality sort of cardboard. Hey, what's up, Tone? Hope you're doing well, brother. I know you'll be doing your train wreck soon. All right. So they feel sort of thinnish, but which is a bit of a pain, but also we got an Emma Frost. It's going to be trying to not get enough glare on here. All right. So, something shiny already. So we got a Black Widow. Yeah, the art on these does look really nice. Oh, look at this shiny thing. Oh my god, the glare on that's ridiculous. So what do we got? Canonical Blasts, Nick Fury. All right, and then we've got. Okay, so that's a Flairium. So that is another insert. So there's two inserts. So you basically had two base cards and two inserts, all in this pack anyway. So the Flairium. All right, so you can see it says FT31. So that is an insert. So what is this canonical blast? All right. So CA17 is the number designation. It's got a little, obviously, a little bit of a blurb there, which is cool. But yeah, that is the real sparkly stuff. That's nice. All right. So let's just have a quick squiz at the back of these. All right. So card number 14. Oh, and it's also good too because you can actually see, so card number 63 up the top, and underneath it actually says base. So it is a base set. So it's good that they actually do that. I know that I mentioned before that Marvel has Upperdeck has lost the rights. This is from Upperdeck. They've lost the rights to Tops. Tops is not the greatest card company from what I know from back in the day and from a few other card collectors. Do I get the doubles on these? Meh. I don't know about that, but well, yeah, I've got to work out. I got to have some fun first before I start thinking about that. But yeah, where was I going? Yeah, so yeah, Tops has got the rights down to Marvel cards. So I know they've already released the X-Men 97 set, which yeah, I have seen a little bit of it. A lot of people aren't very happy with them. But you know, we'll see how they progress. I think as I sort of said earlier with to Matt, I think I'd rather be trying to get some of the older sets, whether it's stuff in the last couple of years or even stuff from the 90s that I missed out on. Oh, that is cool. Annihilus. Yeah, the art on this is really, really nice. What's up, Monty? Put on some gloves. Sorry, mate, I don't have any of your special gloves with me. All right, so that's base set. I don't know whether I like the idea of Colossus with a beard. I think it looks a little weird, my opinion personally. But still a cool looking card. So we got another very shiny card. So this is a Solar Flare. Solar Flare. God, they really love their bloody sparkles, don't they? Almost blinding myself with these. And then there's the Flareum with Thor. So I think Thor and Loki look cool, but Odin looks a little weird. All right, so that's the Flareum. So let's have a look at this Solar Flare. So SF15. All right, so there's the back there. So yeah, there's some very, very shiny inserts. Like I love that sort of design in the holographics there. That is really, really cool. I never prefer a bit. Oh God. You entertain me, Bubs, even if you're a dirty bastard. There's sparkles. They're not the easiest packs to open up either. There's probably a secret to opening up packs, but I just will put those in the box. All right. Oh, Craven. Very cool. Do like it when I get Spidey stuff. So base set. And then Carnage. All right, so now we've got an iridescent. So we'll go, hey, I got Spidey. Awesome. So that was a good Spidey pack, that's for sure. And that is just, so is that the Flareum? Okay, so that's the Flareum. So that's not the base card, that's the Flareum card. All right, so let's have a look at this here. Whoa. Human Torch. Wow, look at the bloody shine on that too. That is nuts. So, that's Gerardo Sandoval. So I can't quite see that number. It's very small. IR 12. You can also, I don't know whether you can see that or not, there is actually, so some of these cards would not get graded. You can see all the lines where it's gone through the printing press. So that would be a little bit annoying, but still a very, very nice looking card. So they're really liking their shiny 90s goodness in this set, which is cool. Yeah, right. I thought you could just tear straight down, but you actually got to do it from the creases up the top. All right, so we've got Hercules. There's Kang. Yeah, the art on these are really, really nice. All right, now what do we got? Oh, wow. What is this one? Oh, there's a number on it, which means it's extra rare. So it's Athena. Does that say Athena? The lighting in here is not great, but it's got 239 out of 299. So that must be an extra rare card. So what's the name of this card set? So this is a Fall Flair, number 59. All right, so it's just Athena. I thought it was Athena. But that is really nice. Really, really nice. All right, so I'd say that's probably a box hit. Oh, and I got Wolverine. Well, it's not exactly a flattering Wolverine card. So that's the Flairium, so it's one in every pack. It's more focused on Magneto than it is on Wolverine, but he's getting his bloody adamantium ripped out of him, so that's not exactly nice. All right, so it's so far we got what? So 2, 4, so 5 different insert sets already, or insert types, should I say, besides the base set. I really need to start looking at folders. Right. Doctor Strange. Don't know whether I like that art or not. Like, it's cool for what it is, but it's, I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit odd. And we got Cersei from the Eternals. Obviously, comic variant Cersei, not MCU version. Oh, so we got another Sparkly. So this is another solar flare of Hercules. You can see that shiny goodness in the background there. SF4. So that goes with that one. And then there's the Flairium insert. So that's a better Wolverine. So there's 2 Wolverine in the Flairium set, but that is a much, much nicer card. That is for sure. I know you like that one, Bubs, because you're a Wolverine guy. So FT28. So I was a bit worried with this one because I saw it and had but I don't think it's affected the cards. So no, that one ripped open a bit better. Oh, Silver Surfer, that looks nice. I saw that. Very, very nice. I can hear somebody's phone in the background, and it's probably going to get me a copyright strike. Oh, no, it's turned off now. That's good. Black Knight, that is a nice looking card too. For a base card, the art on that is gorgeous. I like that. All right, now what do we got? The inserts. All right, so this is a Power Blast of Domino. More shiny goodness. So PB8, artist Julian Shaw. But yeah, that is really nice. And then the Flairium is Captain America up against Thanos. So we got FT21. Shocked they didn't chrome out the SS. Yeah, or there might be an insert of Silver Surfer that. Oh, can you imagine that if it's on one of those shiny ones? Chroming Silver Surfer on a chrome background. I'll need sunglasses, that's for sure. Yeah, some really, really nice inserts in this set, actually. But they seem to have, really focused on. I'm going to let's design these cards, put all the inserts, and you have to wear sunglasses to look at them. All right. So we got Bullseye. Once again, I don't know whether I actually like that art or not. I don't know. It looks cool, but it looks a tiny bit amateurish, maybe. Magneto. That's nice. All right, so now we've got another Power Blast, Black Panther. That looks kind of cartoony, I suppose. It almost looks like it's been taken out of like Avengers Assemble cartoon or something like that and just put on a card. Artist Lorraine. Oh god, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. Give it a try if you feel like you can do it. Hey Jane, hope you're doing well, brother. Yeah, so Canonical Blast was, which one was that one? Those ones there. Oh, sorry, Power Blast. That's that one there. And the Flairium is Avengers, a very depleted range of Avengers. I suppose if you try and put them all on there, it'd be very, very crowded. So FT38. All right. Yeah, some of the packs are easy to get into, some not so much. All right, so we got Captain Marvel. That's very nice. Black Bolt. Hey, Locke. Hope you're doing well, mate. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so we got another Solar Flare of Galactus. That's really cool. Very, very nice. So SF35. So that goes on that one. And then there's the Flairium of Vision. So I still don't know whether the Flairiums are different art from the base set. I'm assuming they are. So FT23. And I like how, they've got some details in the back of like, this is the comic we took the picture from or got inspired from, little blurb, artist and sort of that sort of detail. Like that's the sort of stuff that, was good. Because I remember growing up, if I didn't have the comics, you could read the back of the cards and they would actually, give you some information of, this is their first appearance and, this is some storylines they've been in, or this is their power set, or this is their weaknesses and stuff like that. Like it was good information as well. All right. So we got the Mighty Thor or the Jane Foster Thor. Hey, what's going on, Tate? Hope you're doing well, brother. I haven't seen you for a while, mate. I've been a little bit worried about you. I probably should have messaged you, but that's just me being in my own head, dealing with my own shit as well. But I hope you're doing well, and please be safe. I do care about you a lot, brother. So I lost 15 pounds this morning, got my hair cut. Nice. What else we got? So you got Iceman. All right, now we get to the inserts. All right, so what do we got this time? So this is another one of the canonical blasts of Spider-Woman. More of a recent outfit, not the original. I do prefer the original. I am an old school guy. Okay, you've had your fun now. Clean up your mess and do the All right, so canonical blast. So CS10. All right, so it almost sort of gives you a depiction of like a fight scene out of a comic, and then gives you the slight sort of synopsis on the back. So good. Working on my mental well-being. Yeah, no, I totally understand. I totally understand. It's been an interesting time, even more lately. That's for sure. Yeah, whether you want to know about that, we can talk about that another time. All right. So that goes with that one. And then the Flareum is Winter Soldier, but once again, it's sort of more focusing on Cap more than Winter Soldier. So some of these cards are a little misleading. Whether you should put Winter Soldier / Captain America or versus or something like that. Because this is supposed to be a Winter Soldier card, but yet all you see is like his arm, the side of his head. It's a little, misleading, I suppose. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, some of these are really, really nice. So whether I get another box at a later date, obviously they are 2 years old now, so whether I can get them or not is another question. Oh, what did I get? A badge Flair. Okay, so that is okay. So there's only 2 cards in this pack because of the badge Flair. Cool winner. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know whether you can see this or not, but it's actually. I'll put that one away for the moment. You can sort of see that there is actually a dip in the card. So I thought it might have been embossed up. So like a badge sitting on top of the actual card itself, but it's actually sort of down. But it does have like a rough, like a canvasy sort of feel to it. So let's have a look at the back. All right, so PFB1. So, but the card itself is like super thick. Trying to get the comparison there. So that's probably why there was only 2 cards in the pack. So that is definitely a box hit. So I've had 2. I think the one that was numbered and the badge Flair was definitely box hits. The other ones are sort of like just random inserts. I did see Vogsy in the chat. Hope you're doing well, mate. I get why they do it, but I would still prefer to get a full pack. Yeah, I'm the same. You can sort of. I know when I was doing those Japanese Spider-Man cards, and there was one that had like a badge or something in it on the card, you could feel the weight difference, but you still got the same amount of cards in the pack. So debossed it's called. I like that. And the other one was you're still getting the Flareum, Bucky Barnes. So once again, you sort of got a big head of Cap. You've got just the, I suppose Bucky sort of falling out of a plane. So I don't know. I don't think they've got their focus right on how to do cards properly. where they should have called it like this is, what happened in Avengers issue, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Whereas Bucky is like, hang on, trying to get it into. You can see him there on the top of the plane. You can't even tell that's Bucky, really. So that's I think some of these Flair cards are a little screwy. It's probably the easiest way without trying to get Bucky gets the shaft again. Yeah, it's I don't know, like all the other inserts and even the base set, very, very nice. But the Flair ones are a little iffy. All right. Oh, it's a nice Electra. Very, very nice. Yeah, so the base cards are worth just as much, like not like monetary wise, but I mean like art wise. So that's Sprite. Yeah, I don't really like that one too much. The art's a little bit yeah. All right, so we got another Solar Flare of Captain Marvel. So SF number 2. The art is beautiful. The design may be more work needed. Yeah, especially on the Flair M cards, Tate, that's for sure. That's nice. So that's just your Flair one per pack. But that is nice art, nice looking card. So FT number 3. All right. Lucky last pack. Oh, this feels very light. I wonder if it's going to be another one of the I'm only going to give you 2 cards because there's a special card in there. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Still 4. All right. Oh, we got a Phoenix. That is really nice. That is really, really nice. Yeah, but is it SP card? Got Taskmaster. I do like him as a villain. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll give that to that one. All right, so we got another one of the canonical blasts of Iceman. Lots of shininess. So CX10. So why is that? Hang on a sec. So why is that CX10 and the other canonical is CS10? What's the other one? CA17. So I'm gonna have to have a look into how this the prefix matters. So whether it's like one's rarer than the other, I'm not quite sure. And we got supposedly Miles Morales in a normal Spidey suit. And the art's a bit. Yeah, the Flareums, the art's not great. Some of these look just average. Kevin's probably gone on to Matt's stream, Christina. Oh, yeah, so that's from UF4. That's why he's wearing a Spidey outfit. So, all right, let's have a squeeze. All right, so just a quick recap before we end. Yeah, exactly, Tate. It could be a lot better. So this is all the base cards. So even the base set is really nice. Like there's hardly any that were a little bit like all the base set seems to be really nice art, except for that one. The bullseye one's a little bit iffy. Silver Surfer looks really nice. I like that. Cersei one's not too bad. The Doctor Strange, yeah, I'm still a bit undecided on that. I don't know whether I like the art on that, but most of the base set is really, really nice. The Hercules, that's cool, but it could be a little bit better. Carnage is nice. I like that Craven. Colossus needs to get rid of his beard because it looks weird to me. That Annihilus is really nice. I really like that. Emma Frost is a little bit manga-ish, but, you know, I like anime and manga, so I can get away with that. I don't mind that. And that Black Widow is nice. So that is the base set cards. We'll do the Flairiums next because they're the one per pack. So these, yeah, and you'll see what I mean if you haven't seen this whole live stream. That's a little iffy. The Black Panther's nice. That's iffy for me. That's supposed to be Captain America card. Oh, sorry, Winter Soldier card, but yeah, so a little bit iffy again. The Vision's nice. Just a nice headshot there. That's really cool. Yeah, the Avengers is passable. So, like that one. Captain America. Yeah, maybe. The Wolverine, really nice. That's a nice insert there. That's supposed to be a Wolverine card, but it's focusing more on Magneto, probably more than Wolverine. So, yeah, once again, a little bit iffy. Spider-Man's cool. The Thor's okay, but you've got Loki and Odin on there as well. So, and the Venom is really nice. All right, so they're the one per packs. I can't remember the ratios for the other ones, but these are all the so the inserts. All right, so you got the canonical blasts. So you got Iceman, more of a modern Spider-Woman. Yeah, exactly, Tate. And whoops, wrong way. And Nick Fury. So they really went heavy on the obviously the shinies, as I mentioned earlier. All right, so I seem to get a few of these solar flares, so I'd say they'd be fairly common. So you got the Captain Marvel. That Galactus looks really nice. Hercules. And then Namor. So then we got the Power Blast. So we got Domino and Black Panther. That look kind of cool. The Black Panther, as I said, looks like, yeah, as I said, just taking a cell straight out of the cartoon. The Domino looks a lot better. All right, so now I think these three, I think, are the main hits, I believe. So we do have, so what was the Human Torch? So this is the Iridescent of Human Torch. That is very, very nice. We got the Badge Flare of Beast. So obviously saying there was only 2 cards in this pack, I would say that is a box hit. It's like they work on about half the cards and then rush the other half still. Yeah, I've actually heard like even Kevin say this, Tate, that some of the cards they did just before they lost the license to Tops, there was a lot of errors and they rushed. I think they rushed it a bit too much because they were trying to get the card sets out as much as they could before they lost the license. But this is definitely a box hit. I reckon it's pretty cool. It's something different. Nice thick card stock. But I think this is probably, if it was a better character or a more well-known character, it would probably be a lot better. But I think if you're talking monetary-wise, this would probably be the most expensive card in the pack, only because it is numbered. You can sort of see that. Numbered cards are generally a lot rarer. So it's Thena is the character, and it just says 59. So it's a fall Flair. All right, so let's actually, for curiosity's sake, let me. I shouldn't have closed that page. Give me a sec, guys. Let me go. Share screen. All right, so. Okay, so I didn't get any high noon Flair. Didn't get any twilight Flair. Didn't get any midnight Flair, even though it says 1 of 1. Oh, so maybe that's. Oh, maybe. Oh, okay. Limited parallels. So that's not how many packs. That's actually how many there are. So there's only like 15 made, 5 made, and there's a 1 of 1. Okay, I get you. So Flareum's in every pack. And it says the 60 card Flareum set out of the 90 base set. So we didn't get any of these printing plates or autograph things. So we got the Solar Flare. There's 40 cards, but it's not giving me the ratios of what per pack. So we got the Canonical Blasts. We got some Power Blasts. Okay, so was it the... No, it wasn't the Power Blast that I was worried about. The prefixes. I think it was the Canonical. That just says 100 notable events. Power Master, Trader's box hits. Of course, several different chase inserts are also in play. We didn't get any Splintered Facades. We did get one Iridescent. Provides 30 cards. We didn't get any of the Acrylic Ether. We didn't get any of the carved ones. We did get... So there's a Badge Flare and a Pin Flare. So we got a Badge Flare. All right, so does it actually give us the ratios of the box hits? Let's go back. Inserts, Marvel inserts. Let's try ratio. Let's see what that comes up with. Does it just give me the same bloody thing again? Yeah, it's just the same thing again. No, that's 2024. You idiot. Yeah, there's probably something I can't sit here and bloody. I'm not going to look for freaking 3 hours. Yeah, they're a 2023 set, Tate. So that's why I said, you know, they shouldn't have rushed the set. Yeah, it's a little weird. I'm not, as I said, like, I know you've been away for a little bit, Tate. You know, try to look after yourself, which is, you know, I applaud you for that. Probably I should do that every now and again. But I've just been dipping my toe back in. I've done I think this is my 4th or 5th live stream, just doing a few box breaks and things like that. I don't know enough about the game. It's very complicated now. Like, it's not like the old school ones. Like, there'll be like 100 or 120 card base set, and there'll be like one insert set. You know, it might be just 9 hologram cards or 9 acetate cards or something like that, like it did in the 90s and the early 2000s. Oh, it is, dude. It's seriously, it's like I started with the Marvel, the 92. So they did the Marvel Masterpiece cards, which a lot of people know of. What's going on, brother? Yeah, like they did the 90, they did the Marvel Masterpiece. The first set was the 92. They did a re-release and chromed them all. They were the 1992 Marvel Masterpiece remastered or re-release or whatever you want to call it. But they put about 20 different insert sets. And the problem is they call them parallel sets. So say for argument's sake, you have 90 card base set and there'll be a parallel, meaning it'll be exactly the same card, but it'll be, a hologram version or an acetate version or this, but it'll be exactly the same set again in another insert. So it's, whew. Yeah, I know. I think it was Kevin actually sent me the list of that whole entire set. You need about 1,000 cards to complete everything. And there's 1-of-1 cards in there. Oh, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's fun. It's fun doing this. That's why I said I just want to dip my toe in. I don't want to go too much of the. I'm trying to get out of my completionist brain and just have fun doing it. And so far, so good. But the problem is I still I still want to keep buying them. But they're super pricey over here. Like I remember boxes back in the day, you could pick up $50 to $100, and they were like, you got like 20, 30 packs in them, and there was like 5 or 6 cards or 9 cards per pack. Now it's like 4 cards and 12 packs, and it costs you like $300 for a box. It's ridiculous. I still have 1 box of Flair Ultra Wolverines and Marvel Play. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I need to sort of. I'm too lazy to go into research mode. That's why I like having Kevin random reads around, because he's a big card guy. He's quite knowledgeable. Obviously, he doesn't know every single box, but he knows how the game's played. So, what's going on, Mike? No, there was no new Warriors cards. I would have mentioned your name 3 times. You would have heard it, Beetlejuiced, and come on, but no new Warriors cards. I have got some in some of the other boxes that I've been buying, though. I did get a nice speedball card, actually. What else? So at least they made them so expensive to make me second guess. Yeah. That's why I said just dipping my toe back in, buying a box every now and again. Like, because I've noticed that they usually blaster boxes is the expensive one. They're the ones you get the higher inserts, the more expensive inserts. And then they have the blaster boxes, which generally less packs, less cards per pack and things like that, and a lot cheaper. They're still fun to do. That's about as far as my knowledge goes on this. Hey, what's going on, Austin? Hope you're doing well, brother. Still working, but listening in. Awesome. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Just checking. What a bust. Still some very nice cards, though, Mike. Very nice cards indeed. I still had fun, and that's the main thing. So, all right, we'll flip this back over here. All right, so yeah, that'll do it. Go jump over to Heroes for Hire Club. Go see Matt. He's doing his comic lounge at the moment, open hangout. So go watch him and all the guys on the panel. Go have some fun. There's probably plenty of other live streams going on, but I do appreciate everybody who's jumped in the chat, hang out. Thank you to Christina doing God's work as normal, dropping everybody's links. What's this? Kelly usually splits boxes with his buddies. Oh yeah. I'm too much. I'm too selfish. I'd rather just buy a box every now and again and keep everything. But yeah, thanks to everybody who's been in the chat. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully I'll do another one soon. But yeah, as I said, they're very random that I do these, and it's usually when I have time off to actually do them. So I will end it with be safe, take care of each other. Obviously Spidey's out back on the weekend, come hang out, and more pre-recorded stuff during the week. But yeah, take it easy, be safe, and Spidey.
The word jaundice comes from the French word jaune, which means yellow.